You guys have no right to discuss Melissa. What do you know? So much so that her voice could be heard in the arena's rear hallway. Dijonai Carrington has now threatened to file a lawsuit. She is threatening legal action. She then immediately said defamation of character ATP. "Why are you talking _ about Nelisa Smith?" exclaimed Dijonai Carrington, who enjoys drama, regardless of how things are unfolding on the floor. Jay likes a drama. How can you all talk about Nelisa so much that her voice could be heard in the arena's rear hallway? Dijonai Carrington has now threatened to file a lawsuit. Character defamation ATP. How can you all talk about Nelisa so much that her voice could be heard in the arena's rear hallway? Dijonai Carrington has now threatened to file a lawsuit. She is threatening legal action. She immediately followed that up with the words defamation of character ATP. Regardless of how things are going on the floor, Dijonai Carrington said, "Why are you talking about Nelisa Smith?" DJ loves a drama. She said, quote, "Why are you talking _ about Nelisa Smith?" DJ enjoys the drama, regardless of how things are unfolding on the floor. "How dare you guys talk about Nelisa?" yelled Dijonai Carrington as he barged into an otherwise deserted catering area. Reporters analyzing the fever, starting lineup, and basic strategy were taken aback by the explosion. Security and team employees took notice right away, as her combative tone and aggressive entrance caused a stir throughout the arena. She persisted in talking loudly and refused to engage in a quiet conversation. Her voice was so intense that people had to step in to stop it from echoing down the hallway. Fever-struck author Scott Agnes of the Indianapolis Fieldhouse Files when Carrington shocked us by showing up between drapes. She declined. Obviously not. What's the point of having an adult conversation? Why even bother? She was still chatting loudly though. I see Caroline running toward me. Someone is being yelled at by Dijonai. I rushed to her and yanked her away. You have Dijonai Carrington threatening to sue Christine Brennan for what his mom said. Dijonai Carrington is threatening to sue Christine Brennan for the things that are being said about her in this book. She posted some emojis. She said it's cap, which means it's lying, and then she said it's defamation. She also posted crying laughing emojis, calling it cap, and then she said it's defamation. At this point, Carrington was outraged at allegations alleging she purposely. The lawsuit threat took the feud beyond sports, garnering national headlines. She is referring to things that are written in a book by a woman named Christine Brennan, which reads, "It's getting crazy, y'all. It's getting crazy, y'all." She poked Caitlin Clark in the eye and then laughed about it. Her social media response sparked intense debate and fueled the controversy further. This is on CNN. Dijonai Carrington has made it her mission to respond to Christine Brennan and Dana Bonner. She's not just upset, she's threatening legal action for defamation of character. Many fans believe Carrington has a pattern of aggressive on-court behavior. Dijonai Carrington appears to intend on purposely poking Caitlin Clark in the eye, laughing at it and making fun of it. It appears that Dijonai Carrington intends to intentionally poke Caitlin Clark in the eye and laugh at it, making fun of it. Christine Brennan. Bro, Dijonai Carrington is essentially threatening to sue for defamation of character. The controversy rekindled discussions about her eye gouge incident involving Caitlin Clark. This confrontation with the press isn't her first, but it's undoubtedly one of the most public and legally explosive. She was the journalist who asked Dijonai Carrington all the tough questions about the now famous eye gouge that were heard all over the world. The media's role in covering athletes became the focus of heated discussions. Brennan's journalism sparked a backlash. The WNBA Players Union as a whole got involved and demanded Brennan's firing. The pressure surrounding this moment escalated into widespread league drama. Carrington's altercation may have begun over Nelisa Smith, but it swiftly escalated into a full-fledged shouting match. She allegedly yelled, "Why are you calling her a bad teammate?" The WNBA Players Union, of course, wanted Brennan fired. That book is about to be released. And ooh, the stories are coming out. At a remote location that isn't SOUNDPROOF. It's possible that the yelling was merely DJ asking, "Why are you calling her a horrible teammate?" The reporters described DJ Jane's tone as confrontational and angry, and they questioned whether the interaction was genuine or exaggerated. And the way it reads, DJ Jane was just yelling at them. She looked at me quickly. "I walked past and heard you talking _ about Melissa. And like I mean this when I say this, otherwise empty catering area." Convenient that it was an empty catering area. Few hours prior to Game 2, DJ Carrington stuck her head through a curtain and yelled at reporters. Why? Carrington's previous incidents, such as fights and online feuds, were immediately brought back into the spotlight. But ultimately, they explained. She came behind curtains, surprised with her appearance between the curtains. Like theirs. More multiple people would have heard this. It could have been an exaggerated sequence of events, but if DJ did not approach her and say anything, do you have Melissa Smith in mind? The journalists were taken aback because Brennan's book documented the confrontation, which revealed a deeper problem of professionalism and personal bias in a league where such outbursts are uncommon and worrisome. The incident became a case study in player-media relations. A few hours prior to Game 2 of the series, DJ Jane Carrington poked her head through. A DJ Carrington yelled, quote, "Why are you talking _ about Melissa Smith?" As Brennan Porter Scott Agnes stood behind the curtain. DJ Carrington accused Christine Brennan of disrespecting Melissa Smith. But the account claims that this was a personal matter unrelated to the eye gouge. Brennan pointed out that Carrington's reaction went beyond professional bounds and was motivated more by emotion than logic. "We got a confrontation." DJ Carrington went after Christine Brennan because she believed she was disparaging her. Melissa Smith, because that's real professional in a professional league to have a confrontation with a journalist, because you've got a personal relationship with a player. You see the problem there, folks? Because of these public outbursts? The WNBA seems to still struggle with maturity in handling media scrutiny. Her teammate, Dana Bonner, accosted the reporter after a news conference. "You disrespected my teammate," she said several times without shaking hands or engaging in conversation. "I was standing close to the other reporters at the court's edge when Carrington's teammate, Dana Bonner, approached me a few minutes after her interview ended and she left." "You disrespected my teammate," she said. "As an adult, I extended my hand to introduce myself, but Bonner refused to shake it. Since the Bonner and I have never met. I attempted to introduce myself once more. You attacked my teammate. How are you doing, Bonner?" Bonner, however, had no interest in that. She repeated, "You attacked my teammate." To give her an opportunity to address a contentious issue, I posed a question to her. "You treated my teammate disrespectfully," Bonner repeated as he turned to leave. Bonner's behavior demonstrated how profound on the team. Emotions ran high. PR firms and WNBA officials also became engaged as the issue swiftly worsened. The league was compelled to release guidelines for dealing with these kinds of media conflicts. A WNBA representative called me in my hotel room 5 hours later. The public relations team at the Connecticut Sun had told the official about my inquiries to Carrington and Bonner's answer, according to the league official. Carrington was informed by the Sun PR team that she should not have approached the PR professionals who could have handled the problem instead of going to a teammate to confront a qualified reporter. According to a WNBA official, the reporter's inquiries to Carrington were polite and appropriate. DJ overreacted, the officials stressed. The league was unprepared for the level of attention that Caitlin Clark brought. And Carrington's outburst exposed their incompetence, he continued. Most players have no idea what real media exposure is. Even though athletes aren't prepared for it. The WNBA had to admit that serious journalism involves difficult questions. The WNBA representative then brought up my inquiries with Carrington. I have a quick test to see if you can talk officially. I have a quick test to see whether or not the questions are appropriate. According to the official, they shouldn't be impolite, obscene, or unsuitable. You didn't ask offensive, impolite, or improper questions. Your inquiries were acceptable. DJ has no idea what she's discussing. DJ went overboard. DJ is unable to cope. DJ, the pressure is too great. There is too much pressure to provide a genuine response. Regretfully, the majority of our gamers are completely unaware of what true media exposure means. I see now that the place has been blown off its lid. They have no idea what true coverage is. After receiving protection in college, they enter the WNBA unaware of what constitutes a true adjustment. To be honest, our players simply do not understand. DJ Carrington's outburst on social media went viral. There were numerous tweets accusing people of character libel and stating that it was time to get legal counsel. She urged legal action and said the book was full of lies. She took the criticism from the media very personally, as evidenced by the passionate reactions that filled her timeline. The WNBA had to start an internal investigation and take her allegations seriously as a result of the public outcry. In essence, DJ Carrington is threatening to file a lawsuit for character libel. I hope you understand what you're doing, Christine. Brennan, about DJ Carrington's essentially defamatory remarks. Your inquiries were acceptable? DJ has no idea what she's discussing. DJ went overboard. Regretfully, the majority of our gamers are completely unaware of what true media exposure means. PR personnel hurried since Carrington's voice was so loud throughout the arena to the location. Her teammates had to drag her aside while reporters watched in a state of visible shock. They nearly called security. The event was characterized as disorderly and unprofessional. This directly led to the current investigation by raising concerns about player behavior and league discipline. Not all of it was drama. The reputation of the league became a factor. She was still chatting loudly. Though her voice was carrying so much through the arena's rear corridor, she was still chatting loudly though, so much so that her voice could be heard in the arena's rear hallway. According to Alexander Mond, manager of communications teams for the Connecticut Sun. Her colleague, Caroline O'Keefe, a public relations specialist, overheard the disturbance. I see Carolyn running toward me. I raced over to grab DJ Jane and pull her away because she was shouting at someone, Mom said. Reporters talked about changing the lineup. DJ Carrington, who wasn't even a teammate at the moment, screamed allegations and intervened. Are you implying that she is a poor teammate? She shouted. The room was astonished. Her response made it difficult to distinguish between personal and professional interactions. Some questioned Carrington's ability to keep her personal emotions. Apart from her public identity as a player, once the altercation got out of hand, it was announced that veteran Tammy_Bentley will start in place of Smith in Game 2. Carrington shouted, "You're saying she's a bad teammate." The referee glanced at me specifically and said, "Oh, gotta get her out of here. Get her out of here. It makes sense why she called for protection." As I passed by, I overheard you discussing Nalisa_. Was you out of your mouth? Naturally, Carrington had been outside the curtains when Peterson and Agnes discussed the shift in the Fever starting lineup. Carton, what are you doing? Like this, behind the curtains. Have a quick test to see whether or not the questions are appropriate. According to the official, they shouldn't be impolite, obscene, or unsuitable. You didn't ask offensive, impolite, or improper questions. Your inquiries were acceptable. DJ has no idea what she's saying, roughly. DJ Jane went overboard. DJ is unable to cope. It's too much pressure, Dean. The pressure to respond to a legitimate inquiry is too great. Regretfully, the majority of our gamers are completely unaware of what true media exposure means. I have a straightforward test. If the official is speaking, I have a quick test to see whether or not the questions are appropriate. According to the official, they ought to not act impolitely, inappropriately, or vulgarly. You didn't ask offensive, impolite, or improper questions. Your inquiries were acceptable. DJ has no idea what she's discussing. DJ went overboard. DJ Jane is unable to cope. There is too much pressure, DJ. There is too much pressure to provide a genuine response. Regretfully, the majority of our gamers are completely unaware of what true media exposure means. Christine Brennan was targeted by DJ Jane Carrington because she believed she was disparaging her Nalisa Smith, having a conflict with a journalist. Because you have a personal relationship with a player is what makes a professional league truly professional. Folks, do you see the problem there? Jane Carrington pursued Christine Brennan because she believed she was disparaging her Nalisa Smith in a league. It is considered a real professional to confront a journalist because you have a personal relationship with a player. Do you see the problem there, people? She was the reporter that questioned Dijonai Carrington about the eye gouge that was being reported all over the world. Naturally, the WNBA Players Union then demanded Brennan's termination. That book will soon be released. Oh, and the stories are starting to surface. She was the reporter that questioned Dijonai Carrington about the eye gouge that was being reported all over the world. And so, naturally, the Brennan was sacked by the WNBA Players Union. The stories are coming out, and that book is almost ready to be released. That was something I completely forgot. No, I told you that I didn't even realize I had struck her. Brennan included the entire incident in her book and disclosed that Dana Bonner became involved after she and Carrington had already spoken. I didn't even remember that. No, I just told you, I didn't even know I hit her, Carrington continued, adding, so I can't laugh about something I didn't know happened? They don't know what real coverage is. They've been shielded at college and then they come to the WNBA not knowing what real corrections are. Frankly, our players just don't get it. Oh no, they just don't get it, huh? Wait, time out. Let's be serious for a second, Carrington added. Brennan included the entire incident in her book and disclosed that Dana Bonner became involved after she and Carrington had already spoken. Didn't know Caitlin Clark was going to bring real journalists and real questions to the forefront. They haven't been exposed to real coverage while in college, so they don't know what real corrections are when they join the WNBA. To be honest, our players don't understand. Mom said the Suns' Marina Maber also heard Carrington and ended up rushing toward her teammate as well. Alexander Mond later stated that her colleague, public relations specialist Carolyn O'Keefe, heard the commotion and told her to find out what was going on. Oh, there's commotion going on. Carolyn comes running over to me. Jane is yelling at somebody. I ran over and grabbed her away. Mom said the Suns' Marina Maber also heard Carrington and ended up rushing toward her teammate as well. DJ Carrington is just a serial attacker, an eye gouger at its finest. Bro, there's no denying that. There's commotion going on. Carolyn comes running over to me. Deja is yelling at somebody, so I ran over and grabbed her away. Just one person. Who thinks this? Since the Caitlin Clark incident, DJ Carrington has been the subject of numerous fan opinions across the nation. The way this incident has followed her around shows how damaging a single moment can be in someone's career. And even though she is currently injured, the tension she has created still dominates WNBA discussions. As we all know, DJ Carrington is simply a serial attacker and eye gouger at its best. Bro, since the Caitlin Clark incident, many fans nationwide have been expressing their opinions about DJ Carrington. I did report in a previous video that DJ Carson is currently hurt, and the stuff between her and Christine Brennan is stimulating from this damn conversation right here. There is a history of DJ Carrington at best slightly stretching the truth. So I'm not alone in thinking this. If Brennan's book was full of lies, DJ should easily find a lawyer to take it up. But many people think her threats won't transcend Twitter fingers. This situation isn't just about one altercation. It's about trust, credibility, and the league's standards being publicly questioned. You can point to the fact that there is a history of DJ Carrington at best. In the end, I would assume that DJ would be able to find a good lawyer or a lawyer to take it to know. A lawyer who is a fan of her and might just take it for very cheap hand. If she's going to win, she's going to win. This is a slight stretch of the truth to say that you want to believe Christine Brennan or that you believe DJ, 'cause you're anti-Christian Brennan. The stories coming out of this book will set the league on fire. And if I had to make a prediction, I would say that Twitter fingers is as far as it's going to go. The fight between Brennan and Carrington had nothing to do with the eye gouge. DJ went after Brennan for allegedly saying derogatory things about Nelisa Smith. That's the problem, a professional. The stories coming out of this book are going to light the league on fire. That doesn't even have to do with the eye gouge, because that's real professional in a professional league to have a confrontation with a journalist. Player attacking a journalist over a friend. People are saying that this kind of behavior demonstrates why the league struggles to be taken seriously in comparison to other professional sports. The DJ drama last year was so annoying because, let's face it, Nelisa Smith wasn't good enough for that kind of drama to take over a team. Brennan described how Carrington pulled up on reporters and yelled, "Why are you talking about Nelisa?" This is precisely why people say this will never be a serious league as long as certain things continue to happen that are just not happening in other professional leagues. The DJ drama was so annoying because, let's be honest, Nelisa Smith wasn't good enough for that kind of drama to take over a team. According to Christine Brennan, Carrington essentially pulled up on a bunch of journalists and asked, "Why are you talking about Nelisa? This is true. It's just a bad look." There's no way to defend such emotional reactions in a professional league, where handling the media comes with the territory. This league is full of drama, so I'll see you. I blurted out loudly. You're saying, yelling at her. You're saying she's a bad teammate. First of all, if this is true, it's just a bad look. Time to get a lawyer, Sue. I wish you the best. Carrington is forever stained in her career and legacy. It's going to be a ton of drama, guys. Christine Brennan, I hope you know what you're doing because you might be in court soon. It's time to get a lawyer, sue her, and wish you the best. Personally, I think DJ Carrington's career and legacy will be forever tarnished if she gets sued. For that Pacific incident, complete drama. Christine Brennan, please remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I hope you realize what you're doing because you could be in court soon.